Yo, what's up everybody? What's up YouTube? All my fans, followers, shooters, and beautiful friends that are watching at home. If you are watching this, you are probably wondering why Insane Shooter 9 is not playing a game or not doing a live stream and not doing anything else better with his life. Well, obviously I am. In a way, I am working, and I'm working in two different ways. I'm working to help you guys out by figuring out what the situation is going on that I'm about to be speaking of, and I'm working at Tri-State Ford Emerald Hyundai, so if you need a car, you need anything, come and see me. I'm your guy, okay? But basically, I know I haven't made videos of this genre, doesn't mean I won't, okay? And I should probably, sanction different sections of genre that I want to do. I've always been told the typical rule of thumb, the rule of thumb is you're not supposed to go too diverse, obviously, when it comes to YouTube videos, but also if you do keep a diverse program on YouTube, the way that your fans watch it, your family watches it, your sponsors, if you get to that point, is you stay with three genres, because typically three genres you can upheld and it's a little bit easier. So if you're playing games and you're vlogging and I don't know, you're doing do-it-yourself videos, DIYs, you should probably only stick to those. And like that sounds very, very diverse, but someone that vlogs and can do it do-it-yourself, it'd make a little bit more sense than a gamer trying to do some cooking. So that being said, me doing comedic skits, series, and gaming live streams, just kind of stuff that's going on in the day and age. But let's kind of skip to where I was trying to be. So we are speaking upon the subject today of Charlie Chill. For the many of you that don't know the forbidden, he who shall not be named. Charlie Chill. Charlie Chill is a brother of Michael Green, and his name is Charlie Green, or Charles, I'm not sure. But anyway, off the Angry Grandpa show, okay? And they make YouTube videos. If you haven't seen them, go check them out. Angry Grandpa, Grandpa's Corner, Kid Behind the Camera, Bridget West, Charlie Chill. I mean, even for say, if you do decide to watch them after this. I am not a judgmental person, okay? I do not want to be the type of guy that is going to bat an eye about anybody, because I believe second chances, third chances, even fourth chances sometimes are required to really get the responsible intake that you need to become a better person in different aspects, whether that's anything in your life. But there's some stipulations that it becomes too much. And that's maybe kind of what we're getting into. But what had happened, just a kind of little break in the ice here, for what was going on that everybody's kind of freaking out about. Okay, so this guy, Charlie Chill off the Angry Grandpa show, the son of Angry Grandpa, Charles, and the brother of Michael, Kid Behind the Camera, on the Angry Grandpa show, was caught previous months before with a hidden drama alert, or story that wasn't told about, wasn't talked about, anything that visually media could see, it was hidden from. And this all came out, just sudden outburst of problems that recently just were discovered. And that was, at the beginning, we were all kind of questioning where Charlie was going, because there was a Charles is leaving, or Charlie is leaving, and everybody was kind of asking, like, why? And they kind of made the fun of it and did as best as they could. But what had ultimately went down was Charlie Chill was living in Angry Grandpa's house, okay? And when he was living there, he started to get a little crazy and just a little bit too much, way too much if you ask me. But there was a 9-year-old, and I think it's their nephews, and it was one of the nephews, and I know they have special gifts. They're not all there, and that's nothing to be ashamed of, and nothing in the wrong way that I try to say this. But I know this was just one thing that just they couldn't percept in the mind in the heat of the moment. But Charlie Chill must have been on something. But what had happened was Charlie Chill had actually given this 9 or 10-year-old nephew of his marijuana to smoke and alcohol, beer to drink. And they caught him. And that's what led up to Charlie, or Charles, is leaving. Because it was a hidden problem. They figured out about it. 9-year-old, 10-year-old confessed, and then it just kind of went on from there. So they tried to hide that, because Michael, Kid Behind the Camera, had been having problems with arguing with other people, and other people trying to say he's fake, and getting him in trouble for stupid other things that I'm not even going to mention. But I'm a big fan of Angry Grandpa, and I'm a big fan of Kid Behind the Camera, Bridget West. Like I was telling my girlfriend the other day, without any of those guys in the show, I mean, you wouldn't have what makes the series, or just the YouTube channel itself, the vlogs, all the way to the skits, all the way to the real life realism that they do have with the drama. Even when Angry Grandpa gets mad, believe it or not, guys, I mean, there's a story to be learned and a story being told in both different ways. And well, basically, when this did happen, okay, they moved Charlie out of that house to actually move him in to a pool house with Kid Behind the Camera, because Kid Behind the Camera, Michael Green, decided it was time to take that leap and help Charlie out. And if I'm saying his name and his name's Charles, I'm sorry, but I'm pretty sure it's Charlie. He moved him into this pool house, and this pool house was supposed to help him get clean, because he was on drugs, drinking all the time, just getting crazy. It just began to get worse and escalated way worse than it should have been. Basically, Charlie Chill, I don't know if you guys know what LSD is. I'm not too particular on it. I didn't know about it too much. I've heard about it, but I've never known too much of what it was until this had happened, really. I wouldn't compare it to, something super major. I know it's not legal as far as I know, but LSD is basically just an acid. I don't know if it's in pill form. You shoot it, you smoke it, I don't know what it is, but he took LSD acid that made him freak out. And what he claims to be was, while he was at this pool house at Michael Green, Kid Behind the Camera's house, was that this acid started getting to his head. He started feeling depression from all the weeks. He was feeling ahead of himself. He got 100,000, 109,000, 110,000 subscribers on YouTube in the beat of a second. I mean, from when he opened that YouTube account, he excelled. And per se, some of it was his own fans, and some of it was his brother's fans. And some people just like that. And that's not a problem, but this acid took over, man, and it made him destroy things, disrespect people. He was making up rumors, true or false, no one knows. Just some accusations against Grandpa, saying that he was raping kids and that they like to do the dirty with the dogs, rawr. But stupid stuff like that, man, that he just destroyed the house, destroyed his PlayStation 4, destroyed the windows, broke them out, broke through the walls, flipped the couches, ripped them apart, just every little thing. And you can go see this on Angry Grandpa or Kid Behind the Camera's channel. But man, it was just so bad. And not only that, was he on LSD and acid. They said he was on drugs in different ways. I don't know if he was shooting up, but I know for 100% that he had already went through 1 or 2 straight liquor bottles that he was drinking alcohol. And this alcohol, man, infused with this acid effect that I don't know if you see hallucinations, I don't know how that works, but whatever it did, man, it turned him sideways. And it was just utterly crazy. And when he did this, things started to come out from both sides. True or false, I'm not going to blame anybody, and I'm not going to hate Charlie, and I'm not going to hate Michael, and I'm not going to hate any of them, because I'm an ultimate fan of all of them, because some of these episodes and some of the shows and some of movies yet to come, anything that they do on that YouTube channel would not be together the way it is today on both channels, all 3, all 4, all 5 channels, how many they got, would not be a thing without each other. I mean, it comes all the way down to the bottom line of Lauren in the videos. It comes to the bottom line of Tina, Charlie, Bridget, Michael, Grandpa, everyone. They all have a bitter part. I mean, even if it was just a fan in the crowd, these videos would not be the way they were without everyone that participated in them. That doesn't mean they wouldn't be a thing without them, but they wouldn't be the same way we perceived them to be today. But basically there was these rape allegations that Charlie started blurting out, okay? And he started to say that Angry Grandpa was raping his nieces and nephews, and that Bridget was having sex with her cousins, and that Michael was doing it with the dogs. And man, it just got all out of line, and it was just stupid, crazy, nasty accusations, and that could get Angry Grandpa and Michael and Bridget in big trouble. And it was just, like I said, a lot of the stories that came up with Charlie never, they just never tended to make sense. But when he talked about them, you're just like, man, I feel like the guy wants to get better, but at the same time, it seems like he's on the same path. He just doesn't like the downfall of his channel. It went up so quick, and it's going down quicker. I mean, the guy went from 109,000 subscribers, if I remember right. I checked earlier this afternoon, and I think it's at 76,000 subscribers. And that's within a week, okay? After this was all said and done, Charlie started coming out with sob stories and what was going on. Not to say I don't forgive him, or that that I even have a place to give him any type of apology from the fan side, or accept an apology. I mean, everything in which way just wouldn't make sense for us to really talk about, but rather just to convey the news. But that doesn't mean I won't speak upon it, or any of you guys won't speak upon it. But it's just one of those things I thought that I had to do. So with this being said, Charlie Chill began to argue with other people on Facebook, and then he posted pornographic images and videos to his Facebook and YouTube channel the same day. Then he hit Bridget West in the face. I mean, he punched her in the face like 2 or 3 times, and they got pictures of her face and everything like that, and he was just blaming it on someone else, maybe that they hit themselves, so they could get him ultimately out of there. They tried to press charges, and they couldn't, because basically they let him in the house, and there was nothing they could do about it. That then led to Michael Green's sister, KidBehindACamera's sister, to then relinquish more news. I know you're asking me, more news. Yes, more news. Then he, by what she says, allegedly with a buddy of theirs, back when she was about 9 years old, I think, that he and a friend had he had let a friend push himself onto her and rape her, or try to, or he and his friend did it. I'm not sure which way it was, but I know it was just some sexual accusations in that matter. That was coming out of the sister's mouth, saying that all these things had happened, and then it started to come out from the nephews that he would threaten to beat them up, punch them in the face, hurt them, knock them out if they didn't drink, or they didn't smoke, they didn't do this with them, they didn't do that with them. Then it just started going out of the line, guys. Now, I don't want you guys to dislike me, because I'm saying I'm not going to judge anyone, because here's the thing, guys. there's just some people's lives that you can and you can't fix. You cannot make this whole world perfect in every single way. There's no possibility. In YouTube, we love these guys. We love all the girls on there. We love everyone that is associated with these accounts. And then something happens like this, then everybody's like, I hate you, I'm on this guy's side, I'm on this guy's side, you're telling the truth, you're not. And it just gets crazy, and we don't have any specific room to leave our opinions in there when it's ultimately down to their faults. Because you never know, this could be a false story that, which it's obvious that it's not, but it could be a false story that just comes out of nowhere, and it could be part of a series. Boogie2988, Francis, and Mick Juggernuggets, how they did the Psycho Kids series and stuff like that. Not that we don't like it, or that it's fake, or that it's going to become fake, anything like that. But there's a difference between realism and being fake. This situation, it's not. And there's nothing you can tell me that is not. But I can say I do have a older half-brother, okay? And I don't have much time left. My SD card's running out. But I do have an older brother that was just like Charlie per se, okay? And it's a touchy subject, but that used to do the same things that Charlie's doing. And he'd never push us to do anything like that, but as he got older, man, he just started to become crazy. He started drinking all the time. I know he's a alcoholic now. Started doing drugs, went to jail a couple times, started selling things, not good things, and selling our property. He didn't show up to my grandma's funeral, didn't show up to my grandpa's, well, I think he did show up to my grandpa's funeral. Sorry about that one. I know he was selling things that they gave to him dearly beloved just for him. A laptop, he was stealing offering from the church. And, it's my brother, guys, and he was doing all these crazy things. I love my grandma, and she passed away from heart surgery, guys, and I miss her up to this day, every day. I don't know if it's been about a year or two now, but both my grandma and grandpa on my mom's side had passed away, which is his son, her son, and that's what made us the half brothers. And we always got along as kids, but it's just one of those things you can't control. And I would always forgive my brother. So I think we have some placement to forgive Charlie, but I don't think there's much that we can back up. And I don't think we should forgive him quite yet, but I think we should let him better his lives. But this is Insane Shooter 9, Trey Gaypart, letting you know this is my news. And that's all we got. Thanks, guys. Subscribe. See ya.